Here is all you have to know about the Chrome extensions, what they are, how they work, and why you should probably never do one. Before we get into that, here is how I ended up on this topic. I was using X like always, scrolling, replying, and I noticed the algorithm got terrible. That made me curious about what kind of post X is actually recommending and how its algorithm behaved. The deeper I looked, the more I realized I could turn this into X growth tool for reply guys by keeping only the most relevant posts with high engagement potential in the feed. The only way I could think to do that was by building a Chrome extension, which I called ReplyBro. So what is a Chrome extension anyway? A Chrome extension is basically a small program that runs inside your browser and can do things a regular website or desktop app can't. And that can be very helpful. Let's look at the top 7 most installed extensions of all time. You definitely know this. Adobe Acrobat for PDF reading, Grammarly and Google Translate, and all of them have tens of millions of installs. But the funniest part is that half of the top extensions are actually ad blockers. I know you use one too, don't lie to me. And by the way, all this data comes from an amazing Debug Bear article. I'll link it in the description. Now let's take a quick look at the browser market to understand what kind of opportunity extensions open. Here are the top 5 browsers by users as of 2025. Chrome dominates with an unbelievable 73% of the entire browser market, and it still seems to be growing. You might assume that the Chrome extension market is huge, but that's not all. Chrome extensions also work in Edge, Opera, and most smaller browsers, because they all run on the Chromium engine. So the real share of browsers that can run Chrome extensions looks even bigger, around 80% of the whole pie. But that still is not even close to the full picture, and we will return to that later. Enough information for now, let's dig into development for a little bit. Under the hood, Chrome extensions are just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The difference from regular websites is that instead of a single entry file like index.html or index.js, extensions have a few more. Everything starts with the main file, manifest.json. This file defines the extension's name and other details, so the browser can recognize it as an extension. And it connects all the other files together. The additional files you need depend on your extension, but usually you will have background.js, the script that handles logic, managing events, API calls, or storage. Content.js, the script that interacts with the page, adding or hiding content on websites. And popup HTML, the small UI that opens when you click your extension icon. It doesn't look that complicated, so let's actually build one. Great, that didn't take long at all. Now I can quickly detect or even filter garbage posts out of my For You page. I tested how this tool affected my reply reach, and I managed to triple it with the same amount of daily replies. If you are interested in X growth, check it out in the link in the description. Satisfied with the results, I moved on to submitting it to the Chrome Web Store. It turns out, to become a Chrome extension developer, all you need is $5. which compared to iOS or Android developer fees feels extremely tiny. Now it's time to fill in metadata. After filling in some metadata, the only thing that is left is to wait. Yeah, the extension is live, but here comes the tricky part. Remember when I mentioned that around 80% of browsers can technically run Chrome extensions? That's not the full picture. In reality, about 58% of all web traffic comes from mobile devices. And unless someone is using a niche browser like Kiwi, which supports extensions on mobile, they won't be able to use your extension at all. This narrows the potential user base to roughly 1/3 of total traffic, which still seems like a lot, until you dig deeper. Globally, there are around 110,000 extensions. Sounds huge, right? But only 15% of them have more than 1,000 downloads. And just 240 extensions have over 1 million downloads. That means 85% of all extensions barely reach anyone. Why is this the case? Here are some of the main reasons. Limited reach. Only desktop Chromium users can access extensions. Hard discovery. The web store lacks strong discovery features. Only big, well-known extensions get noticed. Monetization difficulty. Fewer users pay, and ad or subscription models are hard to sustain. Security concerns. Extensions can access sensitive data, raising trust issues. And high maintenance. Chrome updates and API changes often break extensions completely. So despite your effort, extensions simply don't get used. So Chrome extensions aren't the most in-demand software in the world. You can build something cool and helpful, but it will be much harder to get noticed. So build them only if there's no simple alternative to solving your problem, or if the extension is meant to scale your main product. That's why for the most people, building Chrome extension isn't worth it. Now I have my own tool for engaging X users. It's been fun to build. And I'll continue experimenting and trying new things. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Peace.